Hi guys, and welcome to Chairboys 1887. I'm joined here by Ben Smith. He's a Wycombe fan and also trying to get his way up to be a pro boxer as well. So we'll chat a bit about Wycombe Wanderers just to start with, and then we'll talk a bit about his upcoming fight with Fons Alexander on the 30th of April. So Ben, first of all, thank you very much, mate, for coming on. How's training and stuff going?
Training's going well. Best it's ever been, because my fight got cancelled about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I had a training camp for that. When that got cancelled, I had about 3-4 days off. So I've taken the fitness all into this training camp. So fitness hasn't been a problem. We've purely worked on sparring and working on tactics for this fight. So this is the best training camp I've probably had as a pro. I'm feeling the best in the shape of my life. I know it's a bit cliche for boxers to say that, but truly is. Well, I've had 2 training camps for 1 fight.
Yeah. So
it's been probably the best training camp I've had. Cool. So I'm looking forward to getting in there and putting on a show.
Yeah, definitely. And there are still tickets available, I presume.
There's £40 tickets still available. If you want any higher than that, I think that you contact me. There's I'm on the poster and stuff. But just contact me.
All right. We'll put contact details and stuff for Ben on our description and the bottom of the video as well. So do get along and support if you can. But first of all, he is a Wycombe Wanderers fan, so and this is a Wycombe Wanderers fans program. So we'll talk a little bit about that first. So how did you first start supporting the club? And
I grew up in Wycombe. Wycombe was my local football club. So from a young age, I was my dad's very good close mates with Ivor Beeks' son, who was the chairman at the club a few years ago. So I used to be in the box and used to see one of my best mates. One of the Beekses, so Ivor Beeks' grandson was one of my best mates when we were young. So I used to go and watch Wycombe in the box.
Fair enough.
So I used to, I used to watch it in the game and go for birthday parties and stuff. Cool. I actually got to go on the pitch and take penalties when I was little. So I think it's Hugh and Valley, Cool. So we got to go take on the game, on the pitch at half time. But it was I've always been a Wycombe fan. Tried to keep as close to it as I can.
Yeah, of course.
But since a young age, kind of brought up. Now it's my local football club.
What was the first sort of, if there was a player that you could maybe pick out that you thought, wow, okay, I'm really going to start watching this player and he's making me come into the ground and actually watch Wycombe?
Because I was a midfielder. I used to run at Bloomfield.
I
know he's a legend, but because he was doing exactly what I did when I was playing football. I kind of used to watch him, but I'm such like a football amateur. I watch the game and I love the strikers. So
of course.
So I'm not too much technically. I don't look at IA's class and so. But I'm starting to get it more now because a lot of my mates are doing well in football. One of my friends, Matt, is doing really well. So. But Bloomfield was the person at Wycombe that always stood out for me. Yeah. And at the moment, Luke and I'm friends with Luke. He's another runner, always in the right place at the right time. So I get on with Luke, and I gave him when I had sponsored the game. Who were we playing? I can't remember the team we were playing. I think Luke scored. Luke scored early on. He got man of the match that day. I gave it to him and we got to meet him. He's a really nice guy. I swim with him and stuff and do a bit of training with him. So.
Decent. Nice. Get him in the ring, eh? Get him in the ring, but do it in the off season because we need him. Even though he's out injured at the minute, but we do need him. So do it in the off season if you do it, please, because he's very important to us. So if we maybe talk a bit about a standout game, if you can. From your early memory as a supporter?
You know what? I won't be able to pick out the team, but I went with on a Tuesday night. It was freezing cold. I remember standing. I was with I went for how old was I? About 15. 15. I was going every Tuesday, every Saturday.
Yeah, of course.
3 of my friends. We used to go, and we got into the habit of going every day. But I remember freezing cold one day, and I think it was 4-3 Wycombe, and we scored in the last 90th minute, and it was literally end to end. We loved it, but I can't exactly remember who we were playing, but it was a great game. But if I could pick out a team, it was like freezing cold. And it kind of made it a lot better.
Yeah.
I forgot how cold it was. That's how good the game was.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, especially in that stand, we stood right behind the goal at the front.
Yeah.
So it was. We were on the board, so we were leaning over, and the atmosphere there, and there was quite a few people there that game. I don't know what it was, it was a lot more than what there normally is.
Yeah.
So the atmosphere was brilliant, and plus the game was lifting everyone up as well. So if I could pick out remember I can't really explain it to the camera, but it was definitely that game I can remember going, and yeah, it was brilliant.
Brilliant. Okay. So if we maybe talk a bit about like the last few years that the club have sort of had and everything. Last year, going from, or maybe a couple of years ago, going from just surviving against Torquay, that pivotal game where we had to win, and other results went our way. I mean, did you ever think that, I mean, I certainly didn't, did you ever think that we were going to have a season like we did the following year, last year, where we got to the playoff final and just missed out on a penalty shootout?
I know, I was there at Wembley. I went to the Wembley game actually with a friend of mine. We got right at centre pitch. But you're right. Wickham is such a touch and go. You can't predict what the season's going to be like.
No.
We'll either play really well at the start, lose it at the end, or not very good at the start and then come strong at the end. It's like that. It's always been like that, really. We always got to League One and never quite good enough to stay there, so we come back down. But we're too good for League Two, I think.
Yeah, so
too good for League Two, but not good enough for League One yet.
Yeah.
We just need that bit more money, I think. In my opinion, a bit more money, and I think we'll be able to hold ourselves in League One.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this season, I think the playoffs have gone now. I think that's over now, isn't it? We can't make playoffs.
No, we can't.
We can't make playoffs.
No, even if we got the maximum points out of the last two games, we still wouldn't. I think we'd still be 1 point behind the last place.
So yeah, that's gone. So I think the main I was up with. I went up to training ground, watched Wickham train over there. I met Ainsworth and stuff, and he was saying our main focus is next year. We've got such a good training ground up there.
Yeah.
We were attracting players from League Two, from higher clubs to come down because we've got such good training facilities. I know the club hasn't got a lot of money. He was saying that, but the coaching staff there, it seems like a really close club.
Yeah.
Really close club. The players are a lot closer than what I thought they were.
Yeah.
So very positive, I think. And I know we faded the last bit of the season, but there's a lot of positive things we can take from this season. And we reached our points.
Yeah,
we reached a
points total of 61 points, I think it was, and then maybe just sort of thought, okay, it's 61 points, that's where we are, and maybe just sort of relaxed a bit too much. And you know,
it's ever since then, really, the results haven't been up to par what it has been. Yeah, but
we'll see what happens next year. I mean, in terms of next year, what do you think?
I think we could go up. I really do. I think we get this, especially because we've got that Luke. He signed another 3 year deal. So I think he's a very important player for us. And if he stays fit the whole season, he's going to be our rock. I think our rock. I know he's young. I think he's young, but he's getting experience.
Definitely.
But I think he's going to be the rock, the centre of the team. I know he's not the captain. Paul Hayes, I don't know what he's doing this season, but
I don't know. I mean, it's yet to be confirmed. I don't know whether he's out of contract or not, but if he is, he's certainly, I think that he should stay. That's just my opinion, because you see the impact that he has off the pitch as well as on it.
That's another thing I spoke to Ainsworth about. He was saying that he kind of keeps them together because Ainsworth was a player at Wickham, I think, and obviously he's a legend. But he was saying that he's got people in the team that sort it out for him. He doesn't have to sort out the disputes in the team. It's all done by people like Paul Hayes, Bloomfield, all those people that do it for him. So very important stuff. But I think they could do it. You know, I think they could go up. I think they're good enough to do it. And then we think we need that little bit more money. Well, I think we need that money to stay in League One.
Well, we've got, I don't know if you guys have seen it, we've got a share scheme that's recently been announced by the Supporters Trust. I think it's £720,000 has been raised so far. So I think they've got a £2 million target for the next 5 years or 4 years, or even quicker if we get behind that, and us as a programme certainly behind that as well. So that's why we're sort of promoting it as well. You may have seen in previous programs where we had Alan Cecil, who actually helps run that share scheme. He came on and he promoted the share scheme, and it's very, very pivotal for clubs like us that are supporter owned. I think to maybe raise the budget. I mean, it doesn't always go on transfers. I mean, there's a lot of people whinging and commenting, saying that money should be spent on transfers and maybe not so much focus on off the pitch kind of things. Maybe keep it all for on the pitch. But what are your views on that?
Money is not a good thing in football, but money is so important, hugely important. Like you see with Man City, as soon as they got the money, it helps massively. So yeah, like you were saying, they need to raise as much as they can, any way they can. Yeah. And I think they're good enough to be promoted to League One, but I think staying there, they need that bit more money to be able to stay. So yeah. Like
well, I mean, they're nowhere near the £2 million target, but obviously if we keep publicising it and advertising it, guys, then I'm sure we can get there. And obviously, Alan Cecil's always available on a match day if you want to speak to him about any issues or any concerns that you may have, or any other way that you can help. If it's not money, any other way, they're always looking for volunteers to help out. So if you can, please do help out. Okay, just one very last quick question regarding Wycombe Wanderers. If there was one player out of the current squad that you could take in a ring with you, who would it be? Even for a sparring session, or even just to give him a knock on the chin. Who would it be? Any player out of the current squad? I know off camera we sort of mentioned that you did some training with Luca 9 and
it was
swimming and stuff.
Oh God, you know what? I wouldn't like to fight him, but Pierre, I want to see how hard he can hit. Yeah. I want to see how hard he looks so strong on the pitch. Yeah. But yeah, I can imagine being in the ring with him and being quite good. I think I met him when I went to training camp. Yeah. He was huge. He towered over me. So if one person, I'd just like to see how hard some of the lads come down to the boxing club. Matt Ingram come down. Lynch. Alex Lynch, he was down there. The outfield players couldn't come down because they had a game. Yeah. I think Ainsworth said no training for you lot. But when they came down,
keepers in.
Yeah, and they came down and they had a go. But I got caught by Ingram on the nose with a jab. He was like, oh sorry, he didn't really understand that I take punches for a living, but he caught me and he was strong as well. So I can imagine that Pierre being even better.
I'll tell you what, there could be one dark horse in there as well. I think Barry Richardson, the goalkeeping coach, after his
he was there.
Oh, was he there?
I didn't get caught by him, but he was there.
Did he have a go?
He had a go. He was very good actually. Natural. He was a natural, but
46 years old, he's still a spring chicken in all the Wycombe fans' eyes. So if you're Barry, keep going, mate. Okay, so that will bring to an end the Wycombe Wanderers part of the programme. Tune in. We're going to have a quick advert break where we're going to advertise Ben's next fight, and keep tuning in. All right.
Pay the money and go. It's really good.
And get the CD. It's the best show I've
For a long time.
One wonderful show. The singing was absolutely beautiful.
Laurene basically is Edith Piaf. Please go and see.
Got 2 days left now, feeling fit, feeling strong. April 30th, can't come quick enough. I've got a tough opponent. We went over the game plan today. I had my last training session today, so went over the game plan, feeling, like I said, sharp, strong, all ready to go. Stoppage could come in this fight, it'll be my first stoppage, so this kid throws a lot more than what my last two opponents have done, so it'll be a lot better fight for myself. I see a lot more gaps. Can't wait to get going, put on a show in a big arena as well, really promote what I can do to everyone here in Wickham, so looking forward to it, can't wait.
Guys, welcome back to Chairboys 1887. I'm still joined by Ben Smith. We're going to talk a little bit about his upcoming fight against Mon-Sat and see how he gets on. So Ben, Mon-Sat, what do you know about him?
He's a bigger lad than myself. He weighs 10 stone 4. He normally fights a bit heavier, but they couldn't find an opponent at 10 stone for myself. And my coach said as well that anyone my weight at the moment, he wants me to fight heavier people, so I have to be on the back foot, learn a lot more as well against a bit tougher opponents. So, but this fight is all about learning. But this guy throws a lot more than my last two opponents have done. So. I see a lot more gaps. I have to pace myself as well. Because I'm feeling so sharp and I'm fit as well, I might deceive myself and go in there and get carried away with the occasion and throw everything I can see, which I have to be careful of. We've got a game plan, so I'm going to stick to that. Mark Tibbs, my trainer, is looking very close to see how I respond to his game plan as well for later fights. We're going to be go in there and do the business, and I've got my head screwed on, so I'm going to listen to everything Mark's going to say, and I'm 100% sure I'll come away with the win. Stoppage on that.
And everyone here at Chairboys 1887 hopes you do it and continues on that good path. So if we talk a little bit about, for people who don't know much about like boxing and the lead up to it and all that kind of thing, what sort of preparation do you guys do? So when do you start thinking about how soon after the opponent is confirmed? How soon do you start?
Training is the hardest bit. People don't realise what goes behind doors. All they see is the flash part of like the glamour part of the boxing. They don't see what goes on behind doors. We put everything into it. It takes over our lives. We have to diet wise, we have to train in every day, constantly tired. All our families will be so fed up because we have to demand good food constantly. We can't be eating rubbish, and also because we spar obviously in the lead up to the fight, we can't be going out on, so to say, go out, and even going out knocking around with your mates at 10 o'clock at night, or it's going to your mate's house. You can't do that a day before sparring. So it does take over your life. You have to be in bed I get into bed by 9 o'clock every night. When I'm in training. But the lead up at the moment, because I'm only on 4 rounders, we tend to do the amount of rounds a week for each round, and one extra at the end. So this round we had a 5-week training camp. This one's been actually a bit longer because the fight was cancelled. I had 3 days off and then come back into the gym. So, but normally it's a 5-week training camp. We get a bit of fitness back in the first week, and then straight into sparring. The sparring will be specific to who we're fighting.
Of course. So like similar weights
and also the way they fight.
How is that arranged? I mean, I've been quite fascinated with the sparring kind of things. Is it kind of like a friendly kind? In football terms, is it like a friendly against? So if you've got like a big cup final coming up, and you basically play a friendly game against the team that's similar, is that kind of?
Yeah, that's it. That's totally it. It's basically, I'll go in there on a sparring day, and I would be talking to the guy like best mates before I go and try and beat each other up. It's literally, boxing's such a funny sport. Like, you hate the person when you're fighting them, when you're sparring them, and then afterwards you're best mates. So it's you respect each other as well. Like, anyone who gets in that ring needs a lot of respect, because it's a scary thing to do. You're going in there, somebody wants to hurt you. So anyone who gets in is unbelievably brave. But sparring's arranged by your coach. To benefit both of the boxers. We'll have different types of sparring coming in. Like my last 3 spars, I had 3 different sparring partners. So I sparred somebody for 2 rounds, they got out, another one got in. So I did 6 rounds on the chop. I got different kinds of people coming in.
Right. Okay.
So it was constant. I had a come forward fighter, then I had somebody who was elusive with his hands down. And then I had a little amateur, well not little, I said little, my weight, who's an amateur, who's quick, fast on their feet, throwing lots of shots. And put them all together, and that's what Fons Alexander, my opponent, what Mark thinks he'll be like. So just preparing for every worst case scenarios. In my opinion, Fons isn't going to be as good as what the sparring partners are. Sparring these people like Romeo Moreira, who's very top. He's going to be fighting for an English title soon. So I think Fons had 30 fights, 1 3. I think. So he's not coming to beat me. He's coming to get a paycheck, but he'll make it as hard as he can to make me look bad in front of, like, just to get through the round. He just doesn't.
What's the sort of the paycheck? How much?
For them, it's probably about. To be honest, I never really asked, but I can imagine it is close to $1,000. They fight every week. It's good money for them. I mean, like, they get good money, but if they get knocked out or stopped, they can't fight for 4 weeks. So they have to not get knocked out or just survive for 4 rounds. So they survive for 4 rounds, they mess the fight up, make it really messy so you don't hit them with clean shots. And then they go on to the next week and do the same again. Because this is on such a big venue and this is on a big card, I can imagine he will be a bit more wary of, because you give me a bit more respect than what he would do to an average fight on an average show.
Of course,
Because it's on such a big bill, he'll give me a lot more respect. So I can imagine he's going to be coming with his A game more than what he would do normally to mess with me. I mean, also, if he wants to turn his career around and come the other way, I'm a good person to be. Like, it'll be replayed on Box Nation. So he's got television. So he could come for it. But we're prepared for that. We're ready for 4 hard rounds. I'm prepared in sparring, doing 6 rounds. Everything, all the running I've been doing, everything's made for 6 rounds. So I'm ready for a 4-round fight with him. But we're gonna the game. I'm not gonna give it away, but we're gonna go in there. We're gonna do what we've got to do to beat this game.
Okay. What sort of music do you listen to get yourself up and ready?
I love Oasis. I was brought up to listening to Oasis. My dad loved it when I was younger. I used to play a lot of rugby when I was little. We used to listen to it on the way to rugby games. So it would be Oasis, and it would get me a bit pumped up. But I love all sorts of music. Like literally anything. Lyrics. I love lyrics. I love singing along to them. Terrible singer, but I love singing along to them. But any sort. But Oasis is probably the band that gets me going. Gets me going. But it's not a ring entrance song because.
What is that?
I think it'll be Seven Nation Army, this one. I was going to go for Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond to get everyone going. I was, but because we've been put on early on, the arena won't be full when I fight.
So it's not really
I'll probably have 120, 130 people up in the corner singing along to it, but it's not need a whole crowd doing it to make it like special. So I'm going to go for, I think Seven Nation Army. It'd be that one to get everyone going, and then I'll do the business when I get it.
Brilliant. Okay, well, best of luck, and we're all rooting for you, especially around the Wickham area, and everyone at Wickham Wanderers I know is definitely rooting for you, and best of luck. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you very much for coming on.